Well, Dillian Whyte, great to see you out here in Saudi, mate. How's things?
Things is good, man. Things is good. Saudi people is good. Been here before. Used to the lifestyle and the culture. So, yes, chilled.
You look in great shape, mate. Like the best I've seen you for some time.
Yeah, trying, mate. Trying.
Well, look, we're at that stage of your career. This is a huge opportunity because WBO #1 ranking on the line. You know, with what's going on at the moment with Alexander Usyk, that title might become vacant. So, huge opportunity.
Yeah, I didn't even know it was for that, bro. I just been focusing on training and the fight. I didn't even know there's still lots of details about the fight. I didn't know. I just could accept the fight and just been training for the fight and focusing and laying low.
That's what it is with a heavyweight division right now, Dillian, isn't it? Like you are one win away from huge opportunity, like with what's going on in the landscape of the heavyweights.
Yeah, you always, you know, people want to see good heavyweight fights. People want to be entertained. The dynamics of boxing change a little bit. It's a lot about entertainment. They want to see good fights, good build up, good characters, and people who comes to fight. So yeah, you're always one win away from getting a call for something big. I mean, obviously, the win before this wasn't a great win. It was a good win for me. It wasn't a great win because obviously, but that win also set me up for this fight. Because if I did good and blow Tete away, I was in great shape, then I wouldn't have got this fight. So yeah.
Moses Itauma, young kid, 20 years of age, only 12 fights in. It's a calculated gamble from their side. They must feel the timing's right to take on someone like you who's been a world-class operator for some years now.
Listen, I'm in there is a killer, is God, I'm nothing. I'm just cannon fodder. So yeah.
You've been face to face with Moses just recently. You know this game inside out and you know about fight weeks and you know the way that people are. What did you see in him?
Nothing. I don't really focus on that. I just focus on just doing my job and that's it. We spoke, said whatever we're gonna say and that's it. I don't really it's hard to really focus a lot on focus on this and focus on that and try and pick up because people sometimes can be misleading their persona and their body language and what they say and who they are. You know what I'm saying? People can act nervous or act scared when they're not. People can throw you off with. So I don't really focus on that. You know what I mean?
There's a lot of talk about this kid being the next heavyweight superstar. He's been blowing everyone away. What do you make? Just how good do you think he is?
You guys are the expert. You guys say how good it is, and you guys are the expert. I leave that up to you guys.
You're now 37 years of age. How mad is this, right, Bill? I was looking through some of your records and that. You turned pro in 2011. He was 6 years of age then when you turned pro. When you boxed AJ for the British and Commonwealth titles at the O2, he was only a 10-year-old kid then. Like, to think that he would now be boxing you is quite crazy, right?
No, that's real boxing. It's not crazy. Listen, you're a boxer. You know how this thing goes. That's real boxing. That's sometimes as a fighter, I know these guys tell you the question to us. As a fighter, you know these things. So that's sometimes when these guys say certain things, and then I'm like, Spence, you're a fighter. You should have a different and a better, more neutral opinion because you're a fighter. You know the game goes.
Mm.
It doesn't matter of someone's age, their experience, whatever. It's just fighting, bro. You've been in there and the good and the very bad end of the game.
The facts are the facts that if you're good enough, you're good enough. Like it doesn't matter about that. It
Exactly.
doesn't matter about that age, but it is about timing for sure. Like I say, and like this is a huge step up for him. Like where like
Really?
it's a what for absolutely for Moses Itauma, this is a
I,
huge step up.
I don't think so. Everyone's got into you and your other colleague and the other professional people is nothing. It's a walk in the park for Moses. You know, some people say I get blow in 1 or 2 rounds. That's you guys are the professional. You're the real champion. I'm nothing. So
Is
I
that
think it's a step up for to be honest.
so? What's your thoughts on that when people are saying that? Like you as a fighter, you feed off that because I know you don't take things personally. By the way, I know you're one of those guys that just gets on and what people say doesn't really matter to you. But do you feed off that sort of stuff?
No. I feed her food, man. you
You
know,
don't. To be fair, you don't look like you've been eating a lot recently, mate.
exactly. But no, I don't really feed off those things, man. Listen, when you're someone who come from where I've come from and who's been through what I've been through and overcome what I've had to overcome, opinions don't really matter anymore, bro. You know, opinions don't matter. Listen, what did they get here? Did they win any ABA title? Did they go to the Olympics? Did they have any backing? Did they have any TV station? Did they have any strategic plan to get to world level? No, I got to world level because I took risks. I'm beating guys that was at world level when I was a nobody. You know what I mean? You used to see me come up to the Finch and spar with Derek and other guys that was up there. You understand? You know, and that's what I got here. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Yeah, listen, looking back in your debut, like you say, like your debut, you're going back and you're boxing at places like Camden Town, you're boxing on small hall shows, no TV.
Yeah.
That is hard work and dedication.
Selling tickets 2 hours before I'm due to box to make enough money to pay the house fees. You understand? You know, I need like 1,200 quid and I'm 1,120 quid down. I'm trying to hustle the last few tickets. You know what I mean? So yeah.
I mean, do you feel that this is like at this stage of your career is a must-win fight for you?
My whole career has been like that, so it's nothing new. You know, like I said, I come from nothing with no name, no amateur pedigree, no credibility. So my whole career, unfortunately, it's always been like this. You know what I mean? You know, think of one fight that I've had that I've been favoriting. That I've been favorite or they've
like
always
that
must
position?
win.
Do you like that position though? Because some fighters like that. Some fighters feed off that.
I haven't got a choice because I don't know what the next position feel like. I haven't got a choice, you know. If when I was with Matchroom, they get the DAZN deal. No one didn't give me no. Everybody got the DAZN contract apart from me. Everybody had their plan about rehabilitating their career, and I come back from these losses by myself, fought in crazy places around the world, and believe myself and back myself. You know what I mean? No one said, "Oh, don't worry, we're gonna bring you back, or we're gonna do this." No, bro.
How hard is that to come back from them losses? Like you say, you put yourself in great positions, WBC interim champion, waiting for that world title shot for so long, you know, losing to Povetkin and all that. How difficult deal is that to come back?
It's hard, but that's all I know, man. I know to be stubborn and never give up and don't watch what people say and just keep pressing and keep pushing forward and just be stubborn. My mom is still a stubborn kid, but it's starting to pay dividends now at this stage of my life.
What do you think about the heavyweight landscape right now? The guys that you know you've been boxing with, AJ, like I say, back in 2015, you're all now at that stage of your career. You're all like 36, 37, 38, Tyson Fury, yourself. There's a changing of the times. Do you think that Itauma could be the next heavyweight star?
We have to wait and see. We have to wait and see, man. You know, heavyweight boxing is something. It's like nothing. It's like nothing else in the world. Heavyweight boxing is crazy. We've seen it time and time again. It's unpredictable. So I don't know. You know, you guys are the professional and the experts. So you guys make the decision. That my opinion doesn't matter. What I say doesn't matter. My opinion don't carry no weight. You know what I mean?
But what does matter though is how you perform in the ring.
That's it. So that's what I try and focus on. Is that
What's your thoughts on boxing out here in Saudi? Like, it's the first time you boxed out here, right?
no, not the first time.
Right. So what's your thoughts on boxing out here in Saudi?
I think it's great because Turkey is making fight happen. They're putting people in position to make this fight happen. Guys, and the demographic of boxing is changing. First, it was all about being undefeated. Now it's about being involved in good fights and taking risks and testing yourself against the best. So I couldn't have been more grateful, and the fact that he's involved in boxing and making these things happen. You know what I mean? And changing the demographic, because before it was all about build to this, build to that. Don't take no risks. He doesn't fight him. And there's many fights I wanted to see that we never got to see, or we probably never get to see. You understand?
Talk to me just finally about your training camp. It's been out in Portugal, Buddy McGirt. Buddy said that actually he hadn't been watching any tapes of Moses at all. You've been working on your own sort of stuff. Did you watch any tapes, by the way?
I seen Moses fight. I know what he's like. I seen him fight. You know, obviously. I'd be lying if I said I never seen him fight. I seen him fight. You know, I seen him fight. I was watching him fight live. I watched him and his brother fight live, and I've seen him fight on TV because I'm a boxing fan. I like to watch the boxing, support the boxing. So yeah.
And how's that training camp gone?
Training camp's going good. It's going good. You know, it's very good. You know, I was already in shape before the guys got there, so I spent more time working and things instead of spending time getting in shape. And you know what it's like sometimes in camp where you spend a lot of time getting into shape and not so much time working and things. You know. So,
Well, listen, mate, I've got to say you look in fantastic shape, and I'm looking forward to Saturday night. And thanks for the time, Dylan.
cheers. Thank you.
Yeah,
God
thank
bless.
you, mate.
Cheers,
Thank you.
cheers, Thank you.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.